Fear is the mind killer. How to overcome fear, because fear is such a powerful emotion that'll grip your mind, control you, and control your thoughts into making you think you cannot do it when you can. This is Dr. Spencer Coaches. Today I'm going to talk to you about how fear is the biggest source of self-doubt and the biggest obstacle to overcome in any endeavor in life, and how to overcome it, because fear is the mind killer, because it narrows your vision, creates a paralysis, or makes you a coward and you run away from any challenge in life. And how are you ever going to conquer any obstacle, overcome any hardship or challenge when you're constantly running away or shutting down? Because then it leads to failure over and over and over again. And you don't want that to happen. Now, it takes courage. Courage is the opposite, or I should say, the solution to overcoming fear. Courage overcomes many, many obstacles because it allows you to experience. It allows you to taste, it allows you to see, it allows you to hear, it allows you to get your first glimpse of any situation. It introduces you to the matter, to the circumstance, so you can then observe and become aware and understand the dynamics so you can better utilize your intelligence to overcome the challenge by understanding the dynamics and understanding what actions to apply to overcome those obstacles in life, challenges, so to speak. Now, I'll share with you an example. When I was starting my business, I had a challenge where I had to market myself. So what I did was I knocked on literally every single door around my office as a holistic doctor. And I literally went door to door like a vacuum salesman. It was kind of awkward. And I made these little coupon flyers. It's 2014 in Cupertino, California. I'm knocking on everybody's door, introducing myself. And one of the houses I come upon, there's a gentleman in the driveway sitting in his lawn chair just relaxing. I introduced myself. Hello, my name's Dr. Howe. I'm opening up this new healthcare practice. Just wanted to introduce myself, drop off these flyers. And he goes, no, I get what you're doing. I get what you're doing. No problem. And he knew I was marketing myself and just creating awareness. And I got that he got that, and it was a really pleasant experience. And from that point forward, I realized nobody is going to be against me. Nobody's going to make fun of me. Nobody's going to punch me or become violent towards me. All of these fears and anxieties I had dissolved in that moment. And I realized they don't have to say yes. They don't have to make an appointment. They just had to acknowledge me, which everybody did. And I knocked on a bunch of doors. Some people were hesitant to talk. What do you want? I said, I'm just here to introduce myself. I open up a healthcare practice. And it was really exciting, actually, because I got to get to know people. And that took courage. And it was nerve-wracking. You know, I did it regardless. Even though I was nervous and I was afraid and I was anxious about it, I did it anyway. And that's what courage is. It's not the absence of fear. It's the ability to take fear, ride that emotion, that angst that you feel, and do it anyway. And what happens is when you do it anyway, that energy is transformed into excitement, into a sense of adventure. And when you focus, then you have the ability to fully experience every aspect of that experience, and it turns into courage. And that's what the experience of courage is. We all have the capacity. If you remember a time when you were just a child and you learned how to ride a bike, that's another story. When my father was teaching me how to ride a bike, I had training wheels on, and then I took another training wheel off, and I was about 8 years old, and he said, Spencer, it's about time you took the other training wheel off. You should be riding on two wheels. And I was afraid. I said, Dad, the only way I'll do it as if you run alongside me. So I'm 8 years old. He's setting this thing up, and okay, Spencer, come on over here. We're on the other side of the street, and I'm going to run along. He's explaining to me, I'm going to run along this curb, and I want you to get on the bike, and I'm going to be right here. So I get on the bike. I find myself like feeling nervous. I'm kind of shaking. I get on the bicycle, and he goes, start pedaling. And I start pedaling. And I'm pedaling. He goes, pedal. And he's running right alongside me. And I'm pedaling. Are you holding on, Dad? I said to him, are you holding on? Because I was nervous. I was going to fall over. And he goes, Spencer, look over. I look over. He's not holding on. I was like, oh, my God. He goes, now look down. And I looked down, and my training wheel wasn't even hitting the ground. I was riding on 2 wheels. And I was so, oh my God, I can do it. He's my father saying, yeah, you did it, you're doing it. And I felt so excited. It was so exhilarating and so thrilling. I'm sure you can remember times like that in your life when you tried something for the first time. It's scary. It's nerve-wracking. That's the part of it that's supposed to be like that. And that's what makes it thrilling. Without that nervousness, without that anxiety, it would be pretty boring just to get on that bike and just ride. Okay, great, I'm on 2 wheels. There's no emotional sense of excitement and exhilaration. That fear transforms into exhilaration and excitement for living. And that's how you live your life in every endeavor, not just riding a bike, starting a business, talking to your boss, talking to that girl that you've been wanting to talk to, or a guy, if whatever it is. The point is courage is the key to overcoming any obstacle, and it's hardwired into each and every one of us. We all have the capacity to experience courage. Courage is the key to winning at life and using your intelligence. This is Dr. Spencer Coaches. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions at all, feel free to ask.